Okay, I'm just here because I'm just so thrilled about going out and handing people the DVD and having so much fun doing this. I just wanted to cut this really quick and hopefully brief. I know I always say that, and I actually do try to time it or think that it's going to time itself down to under 5 minutes because I understand that your attention span might not be past that. If I don't do something real funny or exciting, it's not going to keep your attention. So anyway, I've been out doing these DVD things and I'm having so much fun doing it. Going up to someone and talking to a business owner and letting them know that they keep their options open for making money. I like to share something with them. And then I show them the game changer and I let them know that it is a DVD in here and I like to leave it with you so that you can take a look at it. Are you going to look at it? Yeah? Okay. Well, are you sure you're going to look at it? And it's surprising how people laugh when I pull it back from them. I'll actually take it out of their hand and say, no, 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 wait a minute. I got to be sure that you're going to look at this because this is like only one of a couple I got left. And I didn't buy a lot because they cost $5 a piece. So, and I'm going to have to come back and get it tomorrow so I can let somebody else look at it. So you're going to look at it tonight? Tonight? Are you really going to look at it tonight? Really? All right, here. Go ahead. Good. All right. Now, do you have a business card so that I can keep track of who I'm giving the DVDs to? Because I had some older DVDs that I was giving out as I went to businesses, and I would just say, hey, take a look at this, and I'll come back tomorrow and chat with you about what you saw and see if I can help you with anything that's on there. And then I go back the next day, and like for example, I went to a fire station. And I went in there, and the gentleman took the DVD. He said he would show it to the rest of the guys because he felt like they could use something like that. And he took it. I went back. He wasn't there. Nobody knew where the DVD was. We looked for the DVD around the television in the television room. It wasn't there. No one knew what became of the DVD. So I decided from now on, I'll exchange the DVD for a business card or their information, letting them know that the reason I'm doing this is because I have a bad memory. But if I get a business card or get a name, then I know who to come back and talk to. You can tell me your name is Sam now, but I'll run into so many other Sams and Joes and Peters and Lukes and Toms and Sarahs and Brendas. When I get back to you, I might say, oh, who are you? But then if I have the business card, if you're not here, I can ask for, is Sam here? And you can tell me, no, Sam's not here today. And I'll say, well, that's Sam. I want my DVD. Tell him I'll be back for it. When will he be returning? It's just so much fun doing this. And then I'm running into people. Like I was at the mall, one of the malls here. I went there for an appointment with an optometrist. And I was there, and I was just going from business to business. I was determined to go from business to business, not all of them, but at least 10 of them, go from business to business and ask them, the individuals there, if they were the owner. Now I do that a lot better than I was doing before, because sometimes when you don't ask for the owner, I found that when I've gone back to get the DVD, the person is there and has the DVD but wants me to speak to the owner. What's up with that? Why did you take it if you didn't feel you were going to be interested in doing this? So now I'm asking about the owner, and I let the person know, I got something great that your owner might want to take a look at. When will he be returning? What's his name? So anyway, I go into the businesses and I try to do at least 10 of them. I was out at the mall and just, chatting with people. And then I ran into my brother-in-law. And my brother-in-law was out there. I think he said his niece was going to an optometrist, a different optometrist out there for some eyeglasses. And we got to chit-chatting. And actually what had happened was I was at a store and I was talking to the gentleman in the store about the DVD, this DVD. And as I was talking to him about it, I noticed that his eyes were averted and diverting over my shoulder, and I was wondering, well, what is he looking at? And I just happened to turn around and see this gentleman walking away, my brother-in-law, and I said, well, I wonder what he was doing behind my back, probably going, shh, shh, shh. so he could just listen in, because a lot of times that's what people do. They think that I'm saying some kind of magic words or something, and they'll listen in to what I'm saying. But there's nothing magic or any lies or anything, just all honesty, because that's what the business is all about, being transparent and being honest. So I ran into him, and then when I got home, I went back out to some local businesses to drop some DVDs off, knowing that the next day I would be able to pick them back up, to the same close businesses. And as I was finishing up that, it started to rain a little bit that day. And as I was coming back home, there was this van sitting out on the side on my street, and someone got out of the van and was coming towards me. And it was my brother, So we got to chit-chatting and standing outside and talking about things. And one thing that I pointed out to him is that my heart goes out to people, especially family members, because they work so hard. And I know, we are such conscientious individuals, and believe that we have to work so hard. We have to put in 40-hour plus weeks to advance, to make that money, to provide a stable financial situation for our families. That's what we think we need to do, because we have that employee-slave mindset, that's what you do. And I just joke around with my family and friends now when they're telling me about how they have to work all these hours and what they're doing. And I just put my hand on my brother's shoulder, and I was just telling them, they're there. I remember those days when I had to work, and I would get up like 2 hours before I needed to be at work. Well, I would get up before 2 hours, maybe 3 or 4 hours before I needed to be at work, but I would leave the house 2 hours ahead of the time, because I was trying to beat that traffic, because I had found there was a certain window that if I left with 2 hours, if I needed to be at work at 9 o'clock, if I left at 7 o'clock, I would beat that window. There would be traffic, but it wouldn't be stop and go traffic. I dislike traffic. Traffic and me, I just don't like traffic, because it's just too, there's no control. You're stuck in it. Like when there's an accident and people slow down and they're looking at it, I don't want to look at it. I want to keep going. Why? And I'm wondering what's holding the traffic. Why people slowing down? Is there an accident or something? And there could be an accident on the other side of the highway, and everybody is slowing down when they get to that point to look over there at it. Why? I don't know. I guess they're just fascinated about accidents. They better be careful so they don't, and hope that they don't wind up in one trying to look at an accident. So I would get up early, clean up, shave, shower and everything, and get to work, leave the house 2 hours early and get to work maybe an hour early and be there doing work. So what if I was salaried? I was so conscientious. I'm there and I'm doing work and planning schedules and fixing up the tests and grading tests and preparing for the day with the students. And at the college I was as an instructor where I was working, and I thought that I was enjoying that. I really felt that I love working like that, because I was helping somebody. I wasn't helping me, but I was helping students. I was helping them to learn. It was an exciting thing for me to be able to help someone learn something, especially if they thought they couldn't learn it. And I was teaching mid-range systems operators of AS400. I was teaching that class, and I was also teaching a fiber optics class, a copper network cabling class. I was a Cisco Network Academy instructor, and so I really enjoyed getting up and getting out on the road ahead of the traffic and driving to school and staying there and working, teaching classes during the day, teaching classes during the night, 4 nights out of the week, 1 night off, and half a day on Saturday. It was a full day on Saturday, because both classes, one class would be in the morning, one class would be in the afternoon. I really thought that I was having fun. I thought I had made it, but it wasn't to be, because there were limitations on my body due to some operations, and I was unable to keep that pace up. But I was trying, and I thought I was so happy and pleased and so thrilled to be doing it. But as it turned out, I couldn't not continue doing that. So I had to stop and get another operation that just knocked me out of the whole ballpark. So now I'm working for myself. Not that I was not working for myself then. So I thought, but getting back to family, when I hear family and friends talking about the hours they have to put in, talking about how Friday is Veterans Day, but I'm going to have to come in because I need to make sure that some things get done. And I'm like, I remember those days when I would always be at work Sundays and holidays, and the managers where I worked at, they always knew that John Banks would be there if we asked him to come in on a day and we want to go to a baseball game. I remember one time I was working at a place and they were wanting to go to a baseball game, so they asked me if I would cover and be, run the store. Sure. That's just the way that it was. But not anymore. Now I get out the bed when I'm ready to get out the bed. It's always early because God, the Lord just wakes me up, and I'm not going to lay in the bed all day and not do anything. But it's good to know that if I decide to wake up and look at the clock and say, well, I think I'm going to go back to sleep for another hour or so or whatever, I can do that. I have that freedom. If I say that I'm not going to do anything as far as my work or business goes, I can do that. If I say I'm going to walk out the door and go down the street and talk to some business owners or something, I can do that. And nobody's going to say, oh, you can't do that. Oh, no, don't you dare do that. Oh, what do you think you're doing? It's a blessing to work for yourself. And that's what I try to instill upon my friends and family. I can't change them. I can't make them realize that they're in a trap and it's going to kill them rather than give them the freedom that they're looking for. Oh, somebody was telling me that they got this plan. They got this plan, and they plan to work like they're working now and then get into the office. And I just thought about, man, how many times have I heard that, from people, I have this plan. I'm going to work like a dog for umpteen years. And then when I get into the office, it's going to be easy street. No, it won't. No. And a matter of fact, you may never get into the office because you may always be told, like that can be like that carrot dangling in front of you. You want the office, don't you? Okay, well, you got to do this. You want to get in the office, don't you? Okay, well, you got to do. No. Break free from that slave mentality and do something for yourself. Whatever you feel that capable of doing as far as working for yourself in network marketing or multi-level marketing, sales, whatever you feel comfortable doing or learning to do, break out of that comfort zone and break out of that slave mentality and do something for yourself. Work part-time on your full-time income. Now, what I mean by that is you have your regular job working full-time to do whatever you need to make ends meet, but work part-time as you build a full-time income. And then once your income builds to the point on your part-time thing that you can break away and say, I don't need that making ends meet or whatever full-time job that I was working. I can do all of this on my part-time job that's just expanded into a full-time income, and then just let it grow and grow and grow. And the biggest joy that you'll get out of doing that, find out about network marketing, is helping someone else do that. It's exciting when you can help someone else learn something. I'm reminded of a young man who was in my class, and I would have a one-on-one with my students, not that but I would have this one-on-one with my students in which I would have them sit at the desk and I would go over their test paper to go over the things that they may have gotten wrong or maybe they didn't quite understand, and make sure that they get a full understanding of it. And there was this one young man, and every time he would come up to my desk, he would sit across from me, and he had a little pill bottle, and he would take the pill bottle and he would go, and he would set it down, and then I would glance over the pills, and I was, what's he doing? Is he trying to offer me some drugs, a bribe or something? And I would just ignore it, and I would help him and talk to him and explain to him what, find out, make him actually think about the question that he had given and what was wrong, the answer that he had given and what was wrong with it. Make him go over the question again. Well, encourage him to go over the question again. Encourage him to think. And then he would come up with an answer because he would actually sit there and think. And I enjoyed doing that, helping an individual just get that mental process going and think. And then about the third time that he came up and took his pill bottle and prescription pill bottle and set it down, he would always slam it down on the desk. And one day I just looked at it and I said, what is this? Why do you do that? And he picked it up and he said, well, you know, John, every time I come up here, I got to bring my pills with me, my headache pills, because you give me a headache, because you just make me think. And I just bring my pills up and I say, okay, here comes the headache. And I set it down and you make me think. And I get my headache and I take my pills. And I said, well, then that's a good thing. That's a good headache. If I'm making you think, that's a good headache. All right, so I think I done went a little overboard here, but I just wanted to let you know that I'm just having fun out here. And I got a call from one of my upline mentors, and he's encouraging me to do certain things and asking me to do a couple of favors for him. And I am just thrilled to be able to have someone call me and say, hey, you know, can you check on this? And, you know, life is full of give and take. And you have to learn how to roll with the punches, how to grow with the punches, how to have faith in what you're doing, how to stay before God, or whatever divine intervention you believe that there can be. Trust in it. Use your instinct. Use what's between your ears. Use it like intuition. If you feel that it's time to make a move, make that move. If it's in your best interest and no one else's, make that move. I'm going to continue this some other time, but if you're thinking about network marketing, check out network marketing, because it's a fast-growing industry, but you got to get into some programs as soon as possible, because the sooner you get in and get started, there's going to be a lot more coming in after you. So would you rather be in it now and have people coming behind you, or would you rather watch people just go in front of you and getting in different things, then you finally say, I think I want to get in that? Don't be that person. Another favorite mentor of mine always would end his presentations and broadcasts with this saying: there are three types of people in the world. One, there are those that make things happen. Two, there are those that watch things happen. And the third, well, those are individuals that sit back and go, what happened? Peace and God bless. Till the next time.